Whew. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Carving makes me happy, even though it hurts sometimes. It hurts a lot. Okay. What is this? Water, lemon, and salt. Hunka, my alpha pup right over there. Kobe's out hunting. Wood mallet, in need of wood mallet. So this is why I'm like carving right now for crypto to start pumping. Okay. Parzival. Oh man. How's it going, man? Let's talk Ouroboros. Okay. Zara is carving for Ouroboros. Parzival, what's the question? Ask me a question about Ouroboros. Or I don't know. Tell me to say something about Ouroboros, please. Okay. I'm going to talk about Ouroboros then. Then I'll talk about the Zara plan that I'm really excited about. Yeah, Ouroboros is, I don't know how to just, tell me about USM and its implications. Okay. USM is what we in Ouroboros community and the network of people who are in dialogue with Shadowy. So USM, Universal Staking Module. And the implications of it are that, well, the first implication is that it's a new product. I can't tell you exactly what it is because I don't know exactly what it is, but we've seen screenshots and think about it. Universal staking module. So it's a universal, so it's a staking platform. I would think single-sided staking for certain assets. I imagine also that it could be like a LP manager or something like that. But honestly, I've just seen, so I don't know. So the implications are, and I'm glad I don't know, honestly, because I've been studying this, I've been listening, and I still don't know exactly. And that's powerful. What it means is that we've been incubating a product and we're getting close to releasing it. I'm not sure when, but the implications are it's a new product that's part of the Ouroboros platform, right? So we've got borrowing and lending, and now this is a yield platform. And I think it's going to be a magnet for new users, both on Ethereum, and we'll see what the opportunities are. But also, I think it'll be a magnet for when we deploy on Sonic, assuming that's the next deployment. And again, I'm not sure about that, but that's like me reading tea leaves. So the implications are, and it's scalable. So like, just think about it. It's universal staking module. So it feels like the kind of thing that could scale. and that is designed to support the core asset ORX, which is the fee sharing asset on Ouroboros, right? USDX is the stable asset, and ORX is the fee sharing token that is about to have more use cases. How's that, Parzival? How did I do? Give me a review. See, oh, and can I show you Ouroboros carving? See, this is what happens. Parzival is the perfect person to distract me from the Zara plan and from Pulse Chain. He's like, stop doing that, Chiz. Let's just focus on Ouroboros. But I am, man. Look at this. This carving is so amazing. Here, let me show you the coolest part of it right now is the new eye. This one right here. Yeah. And just like Shadowy is protecting the protocol, I'm protecting the protocol too. All right. You did great. Yes, of course. That's some great artwork. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the props. It makes me happy. You know, carving. I can't always do it because it's very taxing on the body, and I don't always have the time. But for this bull run, I've decided I make the mornings for art, keeping strong and healthy, mind, body, and spirit, and you know, art, personal practices, and crypto every morning. So that's what I decided for this. And then I get to work doing other stuff after I do the stuff I really have fun doing and feels like it's productive. Even though sometimes crypto can be brutal, it's very productive. Okay, so that's Ouroboros. Anything else, Parzival, I should talk about? Okay. So especially since I know I have people here who have been, everyone other than a few people that have targeted me for being free, you know, to migrate type, like okay, so the war, man, they couldn't wait until after the bull run. Yeah. So here's the thing about war. It's never good for people, right? Sometimes wars, like, so I do know that war consciousness has crept in, and because the planet has gotten small and all this information, but having been in war zones myself, I can say that, like, it's almost like a dream when it's not present. And so watching the news and looking at the feed and feeling like World War III, that's a narrative that then is toxic for the whole mind. And so when I'm in a war zone, I have family and friends in war zones right now. And so when that happens, like, you've got to live life. You just got to live life. And so even the fear of World War III is like, if there's nothing you can do in the present moment other than to be there with, you know, victims of the war, like, live life and be thankful for the peace when it's here. And don't believe the narrative of World War III. Annihilate that narrative. Like, when there's a mind game, I got taught, one of my teachers taught me, annihilate certain thoughts. Just kill them off. Don't kill people, just kill off the thoughts. Eliminate fear, right? So yeah, and I think Parzival, this is my guess. Unfortunately, once they run out of bombs and once like all of it, I actually think that what I'm doing is front running the bull run. The bull run is here. We're in the bull run. We're just in a very bearish part of the bull run. And so it's like this very bearish because I think a lot of people had other expectations. I had some other expectations, but I've learned through other cycles just to stay focused on my strategy personally. And that's actually why I'm so heavy in Ouroboros, because really the only, like when I think about all the Titan-X protocols, there's long-term Titan-X will be fine. And we'll see if X28 finds utility and someone needs it. Other than that, and now what we're doing, migrating value to Pulse Chain. I like that idea a lot, but that's an idea. It's not a protocol. The only protocol that I think is like a world-class blue chip potential is Ouroboros. That's not to say that others can't. It's just that it's off the charts technologically, in terms of community and scalability. Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah. And so I feel like personally, I've been front running the bull run by vesting ORX. And I feel very fortunate that I found this over a year ago, 6 months before launch. And so I studied. And so I feel like anyone in Ouroboros, even liquid holders who feel at a loss, and I understand that it sucks to buy high, when you think it's going to go up more and then you're down. I get it. I've done it. The implications also, Parzival, are that we were talking about holders. I believe in terms of like right now, Ouroboros is one of the most undervalued based on market cap assets on the planet. It's really undervalued. And it's also been incubated in a small pond, which is Titan-X. And so the implication of the universal staking module, of the borrowing and lending protocol in new deployments is that it's just scaling the investor user base 10x, right? We were talking about it. We've got, I think, 657 holders right now of ORX. I don't know if that includes, Parzival, do you know if that includes vesting holders or is it liquid holders? I don't really know. But anyway, let's use that number of 657 if it's right or not. If it is right or something like that, then we, to get a 10x and 100x in price from like 2 cents to $2, we would need to 10x our user base to about 6,000, which is easy. Yeah, we are super early. Exactly. We are so super early. And the beauty is of Ouroboros, it's the same beauty of what we're building over on Pulse Chain, honestly. People don't understand how beautiful it is over there because people resisted and they didn't like the message and they didn't like the messenger. And but what's beautiful about Ouroboros is the culture that we've built around the protocol and around the developer. Now, the developer, the entrepreneur, Shadowy, is gifted both as a smart contract developer and software engineer and entrepreneur. And what we built is like, it's fun. It's fun. It's smart. Sometimes like any Telegram community can get unruly, but that one is like amazing. And that's the place, whether or not you like it or not, that's where we sort of embrace newcomers and educate newcomers. And so for that crew, I feel it's ready to, expand from 600 holders to 6,000 easy, right? So, and then so users will increase, holders will increase, stakers will increase because there's going to be increasing opportunities to make real yield. Probably some inflationary yield. There probably will be strategic alliances. I don't know how it'll work, but I imagine that there can be strategic alliances on the staking platform. And so there's going to be, real yield from, the market and LP, I imagine. And then there will be sort of rewards type stuff. But I don't know how that will work exactly, but I'm really looking forward to it. And the culture can scale with the platform. I do believe that. I've seen how projects stay tight. Like I like to compare, it's very different protocol, but I like to compare Ouroboros with early Aave. So Parzival, you distracted me from the Zara plan. I wanted to talk about Zara, Eros, Titanx on Pulse. We're reviving. The reason why we're doing Parzival is to revive coins. As you know, a lot of the bot coins are down 98%, 99%, in dollar value, and they've been brutalized. And so accepting that and looking for revival is the Eros plan. People don't like it, but it's been great. And I think people will see the strategy as it's unfolding, and it's organic and it's cool because now I get to go back to Pulse Chain and talk to old friends and engage with old, collaborators and bring together Pulse Chain and Titanx community on Pulse Chain. It's great. So there's that. So like a CTO, sure, tell me about it. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a CTO. Yeah, people call it a CTO, and so let's call it a CTO. I feel like it's a community migration. So what it is there was an airdrop of the Eros token that is the token of the Eros protocol on Pulse Chain. It was a gift to all liquid Titanx holders I think it was February or something, over a year ago. And so anybody who was holding liquid Titanx, this team that then later launched Eros and Ethereum that was